అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. Today is another good day. We are going to have a new topic on Puranas by Dr. VB Raju garu. He is a well-known person, and for some of you who do not know him, I will introduce him briefly after Pradhana. Before that, we pay our respects to our country by reciting Vande Mataram. I request Challa Chittibabu garu to recite Vande Mataram, please.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malayajasitalam, Sasyasyaamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Subrajyosna Pulakitayaminim, Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhinim, Suhasinim, Sumadhura Bhashinim, Sukhadam Varadam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Thank you so much. Now let us go for let us chant Pradhana. Request Usharani garu to chant Pradhana, and all of you please chant Pradhana muting yourself.
1 minute meditation. Om. 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 गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतो। ॐ श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरुरेव गतिः गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मां पाहि गुरो ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః హరి ఓం. ధన్యవాదములండి ఉషారాణి గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. నౌ let us I'll just introduce you very briefly to our speaker, Dr. VB Raju garu. Dr. Bhaskar Raju garu is a practicing orthopedic surgeon in Hyderabad since 1996. During a general discussion with his friends in 2013, he began research on scriptures of Sanatana Dharma and other religions. Originally, frankly, he says that he was a Gnostic. He became real Sanatan during the research. Translated complete Rigveda and Shukla Yajurveda in easy Telugu. He is currently working on Krishna Yajurveda. He has written 5 books on Bible and Christianity and how religions conversions are bad for Bharat. He has also written a book on various questions asked in Sanatana Dharma, and he is active in social media during free time. So that's what you are seeing him now on our course. He has been giving lectures on Puranas to all our basic courses, right from the beginning, batch 1 to now batch 6, and also to the advanced course and the course run for the youth. So we are very lucky that he could spare some time for us to give us more insight into Puranas. Let us request him to start his webinar, please.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Shubhodayam. Is my voice audible?
Yeah,
Audible.
it's very good. Thank you.
Okay, sir. So I will also share one file, a PDF file, so that I can easily explain. So basically, Puranas is a very, very vast subject, which is very difficult to cover in 1 hour. But we will not. I will not stick on to one topic on Puranas, but my intention is to give a introduction to Puranas, so that you can do your own research and understand how Puranas are actually they have come into the world and how they are spread into the world. So there is some interesting sloka in Matsya Purana which says that immediately during creation, when Lord Brahma was created, he did a severe tapasya, and because of the tapasya, he came to know about the 6 angas. We know Kalpa, Grama, Nirupta, all this, and Upangas. In the Upangas, Puranas, Nyaya, Mimamsa, and Dharma Shastras are there. And also, he came to know about how Vedas are being recited, Pada and Krama. And in this same Matsya Purana, there is a sloka which says that the total Puranas have 100 crore verses, 100 crore slokas. So 100 crore slokas, it is difficult to read and understand in one's lifetime. So what Vyasa has done is, he has reduced the number of slokas in the Puranas, which are of course 18 Puranas and 18 Upapuranas. He has concised them. I can give one example in Shiva Purana, where Vyasa says that originally Shiva Purana is 1 lakh slokas. But for us in Kali Yuga to understand them, he has reduced them to 18,000 crores. So every Purana has been titrated according to the needs of Kali Yuga. And Puranas are also very difficult for most of us. Because generally we read about Ramayana, we read about Mahabharata, but Puranic literature is so vast that it is difficult to read. And once in a lifetime, rarely one can read it. Rarely one can read it. So the first Purana which I read was Bhagavata Purana. It was really exciting for me because being a science student, there were so many things in that Bhagavata Purana which were linking to science and quantum physics, especially time dilation or multiverse, things like this. And you could find a lot of videos in YouTube and Facebook where people talk about multiverse, they talk about time dilation, they will even talk about parallel universe. So these were some of the issues which made me to get interest in Puranas. So I will, but there are some basic facts in Puranas which will confuse you also. They will also confuse you because see, there are 18 Puranas. In Brahma Purana, Lord Brahma says, I am the supreme being. When I come to Shiva Purana, Shiva says, I am the supreme being. Then when I go to Vishnu Purana, Vishnu says, I am the supreme being. So who is God according to you? Generally, a lot of people ask, especially when we have debates on social media or in social media posts, a lot of people who don't know anything about Sanatana Dharma, they mock you. They will ridicule you. They say that you have so many gods. In fact, some people say there are 33 crores, 33 lakhs, 33,000, 3,300, 33 gods, according to Veda also. There is not a single mantra which says the so-called number. What it says is there are 33 types of gods. And what are these? We know. You can go to Google and search for 33 gods. You can get the list of you can get the number and also the names of those gods. So what is the difference between Sanatan and other religion? They claim that there is only one God. We see God even for according to Vedas or Puranas, our God is also one. But he has expressed himself in so many ways, in so many tattvas to run the universe, probably to bless us also. So during this lecture, I have divided it into 5 parts so that people can understand how to understand Puranas in the context of Vedas, in the context of the questions which I have already raised. So lot of people also say that Puranas and Itihasas are not authenticated. I don't want to name them, but there are some samajas which say that Puranas are not authenticated. They even claim that Puranas are interpolated verses which are, they don't even believe Puranas. So there are some organizations which claim that. So, but see, the purpose of Vedas is different. Again, Vedas, they only talk about the tattva of God. They don't talk about the personality. They don't talk about the tattva. But when you go to Atharvana Veda, there are some mantras which talk about Puranic literature. So, authority of what is the authority of Puranas is Puranas are authority. Without understanding Purana, you cannot say how creation has occurred and who is who. So Puranas are very much authority. And then a lot of people ridicule us. They say there is no name of Brahma in Veda. There is no name of some other god in Veda. There is no mention of avatars of Vishnu in Veda. But if you go to Upanishad, you can see all this. Because according to Sanatana Dharma, Veda has 4 parts. The Samhita, which is the Brahmana, then we have Aranyaka, Brahmanas, and Upanishads. Upanishads are also part of Veda. So lot of Upanishad, they talk about avatars. There are some events being told in Upanishad about Puranas. And then the one question which I have already raised, who is the supreme God according to Puranas and Itihasas? So we can answer that. And then lot of people, you must be active in WhatsApp or Facebook. So you get lot of misleading questions in post. They say Shivalinga is something bad. And then they talk about Lord Krishna, which says Lord Krishna has stolen the clothes of Gopikas, so how can he be God? So they raise all sort of stupid questions to confuse you. So I will try to tell about that also. And then there are a lot of people who claim that there are a lot of contradictions in Puranas. Thereby they try to damage your belief. See, there are no contradictions in Puranas. If you read most of the Puranas, you can understand that the question of contradiction doesn't arise. There is something called as Kalpa Bheda. So according to us, there are a lot of creations before. This is not the first time the universe is being created. Even according to us, I said there are parallel universes also. So in that parallel universe, probably there is a class like this going on with all of us in the panel. So there is some Bhaskar Raju, he is also taking a class in another universe. So this is being told in Puranas. So regarding the authority of Puranas, as authority as Rigveda or Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharvana Veda and Upanishad, Puranas also authority. They are authority. And then what Veda tells, what is the concept of Veda has been already told by you in the other classes. But most of the people say that Rigveda gives jnana, and then Yajurveda talks about how karma kanda has to be done. But there is a lot of mixture in Vedas also. Every Veda gives jnana. So then occurred Brahmanas and Aryanas, they tell about how Veda yajnas has to be performed. Now, regarding the meaning of Purana, Amarkosha says, even Purana say that every Purana has 5 qualities. Every Purana speaks about Sarga, Pratisarga, Vamsha Charita, Manavantara, and the Charitra of Manus. So it gives the genealogy of the kings who are being told in the Puranas. So in the 7th Manvantara, we have what is called as Surya Vamsha and Chandra Vamsha, but in other Manvantaras, the passed by Manvantaras, we have lot of kings who are called by different names. But in 7th Manvantara, we have basically 2 genealogies, Surya Vamsha and Chandra Vamsha, and everybody in the world have come from these 2 genealogies. Now regarding Itihasa, uh, uh, we have 2 Itihasas, everybody know, Ramayana and Mahabharata. Now I want to give a small clarification here. Lot of people, even our Hindus, they use the word which is called as mythology for Puranas. I request you with folded hands, please don't use this word which is coined by Britishers and Westerners who say that Puranas are mythologies. If you understand what is the meaning of mythology, myth is mithya. So our Puranas are not mithyas. They are what has happened in the past. So these are not mithyas. Stop using this word called mythology. Use the proper term which is given in our literature. It is called Purana. So use only this term which is called Purana. Don't use mythology term. And each Purana is being narrated by some person. So I will give an example of Devi Bhagavata. Devi Bhagavata is being told by Devi himself to Vishnu. So like that, Shiva Purana is being narrated by Shiva himself to some other Rishi. So like that, we have every Purana is being narrated by some person to some person. But understand that originally Purana is already being narrated by Brahma during creation. So once creation has happened, Brahma has visualized all these Puranas beforehand. That is, they are being foretold before they happen. And I said 100 crore slokas are there in Puranas originally. But they have been concised for us to understand. And then here is a sloka in Devi Bhagavata which says that Veda Vyasa has compiled them into 18 Puranas. Now, why should Veda Vyasa divide Puranas into 18? It is only for our convenience. See, basically history is only one. But for us to understand, Puranas are being divided into 18 Puranas. Now, what about Upapuranas? Upapuranas are being narrated by the Shishyas of Vyasa. They are not compiled by Vyasa, they are compiled by Shishyas of Vyasa who are as good as Vyasa himself. And of course, we know that Mahabharata is being compiled by Vyasa. Now, I am using the word called compiled. I am not using the word written because our Vedas are not written. If you go to Mahabharata, only Mahabharata is the one which is being written by Lord Ganesha. Rest of them ones are compiled. So we have what is called as Guru Parampara. So Vyasa has told his Shishyas, they have learned, they have passed, they are being told by somebody to somebody. So during the beginning of Kali Yuga, Shaunaka and the other rishis, they were doing some yajna in Naimisharanya, which is there in Uttar Pradesh. So they sat down for 1,000-year yajna. During this time, Suta Mahamuni has come there. So these Shaunaka rishis have asked Suta Mahamuni to tell about Puranas. So Sauta Muni has told Shaunakadi Maharishis about these 18 Puranas. This is some 5,000 years ago, after Mahabharata war. So this is how Puranas have come into being. The 18 Puranas, which we are being told. Now, regarding the authority, the Veda is authority. Then next, Dharma Shastras, next, Puranas. See, Puranas are not authority. Why? Because there are what are being told in the past. They are not rules. Puranas are not rules. It is a bygone history. And then we say that there is no mention of avatars of Vishnu in Vedas. That is true, because the purpose of Veda is to talk about the tattva of gods. Now, what is the tattva of Vishnu? He is spread everywhere. He can take any form. That is the tattva of Veda. So Veda talks about the tattva. It doesn't talk about name. Now, each Veda mantra has four sub-headings in Veda. One is Rishi. Who is the Rishi who has told this mantra? Then we have Devata. When we are speaking about Devata in Veda mantra, it is not the name, it is the tattva. Indra is the mind of the god. Then when we talk about Mitra, it signifies something. So the Devata in the Devata name in mantra is not the name, it is the tattva. So that is what is being told in Vedas. Lot of people probably confused about Devata. They thought that Devata is a name. Devata is not a name, it is a tattva. So all these tattvas are being told in Vedas, in different Vedas. And then lot of people claim that God doesn't have form. This is particularly with Arya Samaj. I have no grudges with Arya Samaj. They have done wonderful work on Vedas. But one thing which I disagree with them, there are a lot of people who disagree with Arya Samaj. There are a lot of people who disagree with even Sayanacharya. See, basically we have to understand that God has two forms, Saguna, Nirguna. So Saguna Brahma we know, Nirguna Brahma we know. Vedas mostly talk about Nirguna Brahma. It also talks about Saguna Brahma. But things is, some people have mistranslated it. I don't want to go into that controversy and create another controversy here. So some of the organization quote that Natasya Pratima Asti means that God doesn't dwell in idols. The problem is when we say that God is everywhere, He is there in idols also. He is there everywhere. So Natasya Pratima Asti contradicts that God is everywhere. So this mantra is being mistranslated. Then of course, when we go to who is the supreme God, the next question, the third question, who is the supreme God according to Sanatana Dharma? So I have read most of the Vedas. Even till now, there are some Veda Puranas which I have not touched, but have seen the gist of those Vedas. So my conclusion and the conclusion of most of the researchers who have studied Puranas is Krishna is the supreme God of our pantheon. So if somebody asks who is the supreme God according to Puranas, you can confidently say that Lord Krishna is the supreme God according to Puranas, according to Sanatana Dharma. So that is what Krishna says in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, that I am the supreme God. I am the supreme God. And even Veda Vyasa, when he was compiling Srimad Bhagavad Gita, he doesn't say that Krishna Uvacha. He says Bhagavan Uvacha. We can clearly see that. So Veda Vyasa has no confusion. He says that Krishna is the supreme being. Even in Bhagavad Gita, there are ample number of verses which says that Krishna is the supreme being. So if Krishna is the supreme being, then who is Vishnu, who is Shiva, who is Brahma, what is the purpose of Indra, Varuna, all these gods. So if you go and study Vedas, Upanishads and Puranas, you can see how creation has occurred. So again, when we talk about Vishnu, there is not one Vishnu. People confuse that Vishnu means one person. He is not one person. He is a divine power who can express himself in various ways. Then when I say Shiva, Shiva is not one person. He is there as a Saguna Brahma, he is also there as Nirguna Brahma. Again, Shiva Tattva is again three types. If you read Shiva Purana, we can know this. There is something what is known as Sadasiva. Sadasiva. Then there is what is known as Parameshwara. Then there is Rudra. So even Shiva Tattvas, there is not single entity. There are three entities. Then when I go to Vishnu, Vishnu is not one entity. Vishnu exists in four entities. So this is being given by Sri Ramanuja, where you can see Vyuha. See, when we read Vishnu Sahasranama, you come across one word called Chaturvyuha. So I am showing here Vyuha. So Vishnu exists in four types, four qualities. Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. These are the four expressions of Vishnu. So Vishnu is a divine power who expresses himself in four types to do creation and to bless us. And here Ramanuja has correctly described the tattvas of Vishnu, that Vishnu exists in four other ways. Vyuha is one, then Vaibhava, so Purnavatara, Amshavatara, then Antaryami. Antaryami is the quality of Vishnu is who exists in everybody. He exists inside your heart. He exists inside my heart. So he is called Antaryama. So this is what is being told by our Rishis, Antaryami. So there are a lot of poems about Antaryami. Then Archaka form. So he can take Manushya form, he can take any form. So that's why we say that God exists everywhere. He is Sarvantaryami. Without being Sarvantaryami, he cannot be Sarva Shaktivantudu, he cannot be omnipotent, omniscient. So that's how. So who is Vasudeva? See, Vasudeva is the Nirguna Parabrahma. Vasudeva is the Nirguna Parabrahma who exists everywhere. And then there is what is called as, I said about Sankarshana, about this Sankarshana form. So Sankarshana is a form who is tamasic in nature. From Sankarshana, Shiva Tattva comes. From Sankarshana, Shiva Tattva comes. Again, I said Shiva is Sadashiva, Maheshwara, and Rudra, three types. Then, who is Pradyumna? Pradyumna is the one who creates. He creates the Vishnu. Even Sankarshana and Pradyumna creates. Then, who is Aniruddha? Aniruddha is from Aniruddha only Brahma comes. From Aniruddha, Brahmaji comes. And most of the avatars come from Pradyumna. Pradyumna is the Satvika form of Shiva. Pradyumna is the Satvika form of Vishnu. And Aniruddha is the one who gives the qualities to us. And apart from all these, I purposefully did not tell about who is Shakti. See, our God is being described as male and female. So male form is the one which I have told just now. Female form is the Shakti form. So Shakti is the one who assists this Paramatma in everything. If Brahma is there, we have Saraswati. If Vishnu is there, we have Lakshmi. If Krishna is there, we have Mula Prakriti. If Krishna is there, we have Radha. If Shiva is there, we have Ammavaru. If Indra is there, we have Sachi Devi. So our God exists in male and female forms. This is being confirmed by all the Puranas. So who is the supreme God? Krishna is the supreme God. From Krishna, Mula Prakriti has come out. From Mula Prakriti, everything else has come. So, and there are a lot of confusions also. I will try to create some confusions. I will clear some confusions here. So, we have a wonderful sloka in Devi Bhagavata where Krishna worships Parvati and Lord Mahadeva. So, here the confusions will come. Sir, just now you said that Krishna is the supreme being. Then now Devi Bhagavata is saying that Krishna has worshipped Parvati and Shiva. How can a supreme God worship God which has come after him? Now this is the same question which is being asked in Devi Bhagavata. How did you come to pass that Krishna being the God is worshipping Parvati and Mahadeva? How is it? Is he inferior? No, he is not inferior. See, the quality of our gods is that Krishna worships Ganesha also in Bhagavatam. There is a wonderful story in Bhagavatam where Krishna worships Lord Ganesha. Why is he doing all this? There is a answer to this in Gita. Whoever does something, you will, if some great person does something, you will also follow it. So our God is telling us to do what he is doing. So if there are some organizations, again, I don't want to create some confusion. ISKCON is a very good organization. They say Lord Krishna is supreme. I agree. But Lord Krishna himself doesn't insult Ganesha, doesn't insult Lord Mahadeva or Shiva. He himself worships everybody. What is the message Krishna is giving to us? He says, when I am worshipping Ganesha, you also do the same thing. You don't discriminate between gods. But some organizations, they waver, they sometimes lose their track. They say Krishna is supreme, only worship him. They give a wonderful example. If you pour water on the roots of a tree, it nourishes the tree. Exact wonderful example. If you worship Krishna, it is equal to worshipping all the gods. Agreed. But does the sloka say, that the example say that insult the flower or insult a leaf of the tree? If you insult Ganesha, are you not insulting Krishna? If you are insulting Shiva, are you not insulting Krishna? Exactly, that is the logic. So Krishna himself does not discriminate between himself and Ganesha. No, I will give a clarification also. Where does Lord Ganesha come from? He comes from Krishna. This is given in Brahma Vaivarta Purana. Lord Ganesha himself comes from Krishna, but still Krishna is worshipping Lord Ganesha. So, what I mean to say is, a supreme God doesn't feel inferior by worshipping somebody. He doesn't have inferiority complex. Unfortunately, some people have developed inferiority complex. If God is omnipotent everywhere, if you keep an idol, he doesn't feel inferior. You can worship him in idol, you can worship him as Nirakara also. So that is what I want to give. Now I said about how this creation has occurred. See, initially Krishna was there according to Puranas. From Krishna, Mula Prakriti has come out. Now, by both of these people, Karanodaka Sai Vishnu has come out. So initially there was Krishna, then Mula Prakriti has come out. Because of these two people, Karanodakasai Vishnu has come out. So who is this Karanodakasai Vishnu? You have seen ample pictures of Vishnu where Vishnu is lying in a casual ocean, and from his skin pores, plenty of universes are coming out. It is also called multiverse. So, because of Karanodakasai Vishnu, all these universes, multiverses come because of Karanodakasai Vishnu. And in each universe, again you have Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, and other gods, including Devi. So we have a concept in Puranas about multiverse. About multiverse. So who is the person who creates these multiverses? Karanodakasai Vishnu. And in each universe, we have Vishnu, as I said, Vishnu, Shiva, and all these other gods. And then there is an interesting event in Devi Bhagavata where Lord Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara is created. I will give little bit of clarification because most of the people uh, who have heard about Puranas and Sanatana Dharma, they say that Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara are the supreme gods. No, they are not the supreme gods. These three gods, they run the universe through their qualities. Brahma, why he is creator? Brahma is a creator because he has Rajoguna. Even Brahma doesn't create anything by himself. He creates Manus and other Saptarishis. Through them the universe is being created. Brahma doesn't create anything with a magical wand. He has created some powers who create the universe. And then why Rudra or Shiva is the destructor? Because he has Tamasika Guna. Then Vishnu is Satvika Guna. Because of his Satvika Guna, he runs the universe. He maintains the universe. He is the one who takes various avatars to run the universe. Then ultimately, all these Brahma and Vishnu, Maheshwara, they go and merge into what is known as Sadasiva. Sadasiva. They merge into Sadasiva, and all of them, they go into Nirakara Parabrahma, which is called as Avyakta. So, in Devi Bhagavata, there is an interesting event where Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara are created and they don't know how to create the universe. So, Devi, Amavaru, what she does is, she asks Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh to get into a beautiful plane, and she takes these people into another universe. This is being described by science as parallel universe. So, in that universe, you also see Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara. So in Puranas, in Sanatana Dharma, this concept of parallel universe is there. This concept of multiverse is there. Even it is not exactly Big Bang, something which relates like that. But our Puranas, they don't accept this evolution theory. Puranas don't accept evolution theory. Because according to us, Brahma was first created. From Brahma, Devatas, Manus, and all that. From that, various different organisms, including humans, Devatas, Rakshasa, Daityas, all these people are created. So, from higher to lower is our creation. What does evolution say? Evolution says from lower to higher. From single organism, single cellular organism to higher organism is what evolution says. But our Puranas, our Sanatana Dharma says from higher to lower. So some people have named this as devolution, not evolution. It is called as devolution, from higher to lower being. So in this, all the gods play a role. All the gods play a role. So in this, Shakti is being described as very powerful. And here in this sloka, you can see whole world, our world exists as manifested and unmanifested. In this, Shakti plays a very, very important role. And there are the gods are being expressed in different ways. And here in a sloka in Devi Bhagavata, Devi is being described as the creator of billions of universes. So, Karanodaka Sai Vishnu and Devi, they are the cause for billions of universes. So, our Puranas, which are written 5,000 years ago or being compiled 5,000 years ago, they talk about multiverse and parallel universe, which scientists are talking now. Scientists are saying that there are billions of universes and parallel universe. Some scientist is there who he has proposed that there are billions of universes in 1950s, but Puranas are talking about multiverse and parallel universes 5,000 years ago. See, this is where people with scientific acumen, they become atheists, like astics like me. I was an astic, I have become astic. Because how can a Rishi talk about multiverse? How can Rishi talk about multiverse? If a scientist is talking about multiverse, I can understand. How can Rishi talk? So, this is the statement. Only there may be lot of Hindus who are secular in this panel. They say that all religions are same. I disagree. Only Sanatana Dharma is real, others are fake. This is an open statement. I stick on to this. So, there are only Sanatan is real. Other things are just fake. They are being created by Kali Purusha. They are being created by Kali Purusha. So, of course, these are some slokas where Krishna divides. Krishna is the one who creates Mahadeva. He creates Shakti. He creates Vishnu. He is the one who creates everybody. So, according to Puranas, Krishna is the supreme being. So here there is an important sloka. In his every pore, countless universes are existing. So not only Devi Bhagavata, there are ample slokas in Upanishads which talk about billions of universes. Ours is not the only universe. There are billions of universes. And in each universe, you have 14 lokas. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Patala, the down lokas. Then we have Mahalokas, Janalokas, Brahmalokas, Vaikuntas. In each universe, there is Kailasa, there is Goloka, there is Vaikunta. In each universe. So, even according to our Sanatana Dharma, the concept of universe and creation is so beautiful, which is exactly like what is being told by scientists today. Exactly like that. In fact, our Puranas give more details than science. Our Puranas give more details than science. And there are a lot of scientists who say that what will happen once the universe keep on expanding. So there are two versions in scientists. I am mixing up science and Puranas. Don't confuse me. So scientists say that Puranas will keep on expanding and they disintegrate. Our Puranas don't agree with that. When this Brahmanda dissolves, everything dissolves. So they will expand, then they will compress. So universe don't expand the universe continuously. They will again merge into each other. All these Panchabhutas, Panchatanmastras, they come to this and they will merge into what is called as Karanodakasai Vishnu. So there is an important sloka that even Krishna don't know how many universes are there. Of course, this is a fun. Krishna knows everything. So there are billions of universes. There are billions of universes according to Puranas. And then I will go to the next question about Tamasika Puranas. This is very, very important because there are a lot of people in social media or around you who will confuse you that Hinduism is bad, there is caste discrimination, there is untouchability. So, mind you, there is no untouchability in any of our scriptures. Our scriptures described about Varna Ashrama Dharma. There is no untouchability. See, the Brahmins are not by birth, they are Brahmins. They had to become Brahmin by their actions, by their qualities. That's why there are about 30 rishis in Rigveda itself who have come from Shudra background. Originally, they were Shudras, but they learned Vedas, they became Brahmins. Not to mention about Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra was a Kshatriya by birth, but he became Brahmin by tapasya. So, our Puranas, there are three types: Satvika, Rajasika, and Tamasa. When you read Tamasika Purana, you have to be extremely careful. My advice is don't read Rajasika and Tamasika Puranas. First read Satvika Puranas. So what are the Satvika Puranas? Matsya Purana, Bhagavata Purana, these are Satvika Puranas. First read them, understand them. If you have any confusion about Rajasika or Tamasika Puranas, you consult a guru, or you can consult. I may know little bit of Puranas. I don't claim that I know everything, but I can guide you. So Bhagavata Purana is the highest Purana. It's a Satvika Purana. Then Matsya Purana is also Satvika Purana. Kurma Purana is a Satvika. Vayu is a Satvika. And then there are some Puranas which are Skanda, Padma. These are Rajasika Puranas. Because the narration is such, they will confuse you. Now I will tell you one example. There are some posts, you will come across some posts in Facebook or YouTube, even Instagram. They claim that Shivalinga is male and female organ. They say that Shivalinga is male and female organ. It is not. Because the Linga itself is the universe. What is Linga? Linga is the universe. No, what is that Vedi below that? Most of the people think that it is Yoni. They confuse. They say it's a Yoni. In Sanskrit, Yoni means Moolamu. It's the basis. So what is the basis? What is the Yoni? It is the Ammavaru. So Ammavaru is the one who supports Shiva. Now in Linga, there are three parts. According to Linga Purana, each Linga has three parts. The top part is called Rudra. The middle part is called Vishnu. The lower part represents Brahma. So the three persons, that is Rudra, Vishnu and Brahma, are being supported by Ammavaru, which represents Vedi or Yoni. So Shivalinga itself is a combination of four forces of nature: Ammavaru and Trimurtulu. It is not genetical. It's not genitals. It is not genitals. It is clearly there. So some people read this. They post in Facebook and all that. They said that Hindus are worshipping the genitals. Sorry, it is not genitals. These are the gods who represent the universe. So that's why you have to be extremely careful when you read Rajasa and Tamasika Puranas. Particularly Tamasa Puranas, like Brahma Vaivarta, you have to be very, very, very careful when you read this. Because if you claim wrong things, about Puranas, Purana says that you will go to hell. So you should not claim wrong things about Puranas. And then, are there any contradictions in Puranas? There are no contradictions. Because according to us, universe is not created first time. No, we are here in a class. Now, what is this kalpa? You know that there are billions of kalpas. Now, what is a kalpa? Kalpa is a day of Brahma. During day, kalpa is there. During night, one kalpa is there. So for Brahma, one day is one kalpa, one night is one kalpa. So what is the time limit of each kalpa? See, for us, one day is 24 hours. That is 12 hours day, 12 hours night. For Brahma, for us, one day of Brahma is 432 crore years. The time on earth, 432 crore years, is 12 hours for Brahma. That is the time difference between Brahma and us. So this is what is called as time dilation. Einstein has told about time dilation is in theory of relativity. So this is the time dilation concept. So we don't have contradictions because in each kalpa, something different happens. So in probably I will give an example of myself. See, here in this kalpa, probably I am a doctor here. In another kalpa, I myself may not be a doctor. I may be an engineer. So this is the difference. So in one kalpa, Brahma does something different. In another kalpa, he does something different. So it doesn't mean that in each kalpa he has to do same thing. There are some little bit of differences. These differences are known as kalpa bheda. These are called as kalpa bheda. So I will show you an example of kalpa bheda. You know that you know about Ramayana. In Ramayana, the one which we are reading right now, Ravana comes and he abducts Mata Sita during Vanavasa. In Padma Purana, there is a event which says that Brahma tries to abduct Sita from her birthplace itself. So there is a little bit of difference. So, and another point which I want to tell is each Purana doesn't belong to same kalpa. They belong to different kalpas. Like Padma Purana belongs to Padma Kalpa. Padma Purana doesn't belong to our kalpa. No, our kalpa, what is our kalpa? Our kalpa is Svetavara kalpa, the kalpa which we are in. But Padma Purana belongs to Padma Kalpa. Likewise, Shiva Purana belongs to another kalpa. So that's why there are differences. These differences are inherent to that Purana. There are no contradictions in any of the Puranas. So if somebody asks you, are there any contradictions? There are no contradictions. Simple fact is they belong to different kalpas. So like that. So how to read Puranas? You can read, but unfortunately, we don't have 18 Puranas available right now. Sanskrit, with Sanskrit slokas, they are available. But with our own language, in native language, 18 Puranas are not available. Probably they are available in Hindi. Even in English, all Puranas are not available. So when you read Purana, you can read them. If you have any confusion, you try to like consult a guru. Then, if possible, you study little bit of Sanskrit slokas and try to understand them. And if you have any confusion, consult a guru. So that's what I want to say. I think it's already 1 hour. So probably in questions, I will try to answer some of the things.
ధన్యవాదములండి. Now we are open for question answers.
I might have confused you also, but pardon me, the subject is so vast. You can do your own research about this.
Any questions in the chat box?
No
Look.
questions in chat box. Directly you can.
Okay. So who are the people who are?
Sharda.
Many are there. Sharda.
Namaskaram andi. So, I have got one doubt. In Goloka, they say Krishna is along with Radha, not Lakshmi Mata. Then that is the highest one. If Golokam is there, then why Lord Krishna has taken Arjuna to the, which loka he has taken? When he didn't protect the newborn children of the Brahmin who was blaming Krishna that he is the cause of his Navajata Shishu. One thing. And in Manidipam, Ammavaru says lakhs of Vishnus and lakhs of Shivas and lakhs of Brahmas are there, and along with Lakshmi, Saraswati and other things. Then according to that, Jagannatha is the highest supreme God, isn't it? Then means each Purana says that God is separate. And according to Potana Bhagavatam, Parabrahma is Nirguna Swarupa.
Yeah, I said no, the God exists in various forms. So from Shiva, Ammavaru has come, and each God Tattva has their different loka. So Ammavaru, she resides in Manidvipam. I accepted. So everyone there, they are so powerful. So Ammavaru himself, she can express in various ways. Then we have Goloka, where Lord Krishna exists with Radha. So the Puranas say that God exists in various forms, So even according to Devi Bhagavata, initially Krishna was there. From Krishna, Mula Prakriti has come. So this Mula Prakriti resides in Manidvipa. Then Radha and Krishna resides in Goloka. So when I say Krishna is not one person, there are Krishnas in every universe. In every universe, there is a Goloka. Then, when I say Shiva, Shiva is not one entity. There are plenty of entities. Not only Sadasiva, Maheshwara and Rudra, even Rudras are 12 types, you know. So, there are again Kailasa. Then in each universe, there is one Kailasa. I said there are billions of Kailas, universes. So, that's what. So, regarding Arjuna's episode, there is a event in Brahma Vaivarta Purana where Krishna takes Arjuna to Goloka. So Arjuna is converted to female. So it's an interesting event. But Brahma Vaivarta Purana being Tamasika Purana, you have to read it extra carefully. There is no mistake there. People try to claim that it is very wrong. There is nothing like that.
And I heard there are 10 to the power of 26 universes in this thing.
Okay. There are plenty of universes according to us.
And actually, Bhagavan is Evani Tejaninchu, Evani Yandu Dindu, Evani Yandu Mulaka number word, Anadi Madhya word, Tana in a word. I think that is the best description of God.
Yes.
Okay, Amar Singh Saab.
Hello, Shubhodhyam, sir. Sir, what exactly? I had a question with the marriage. Like which Purana gives idea the poems regarding the marriage? Pelli. Any there is any Puran which says about the marriage? I'm not sure. Sir.
No, they are described more details in other Dharma Shastras, less in Puranas.
So only Puranas is only giving the stories, the one like our old Devi Devta and not other things, right?
Bygone history, of course, they describe a lot of things. But the rules and all the other things are there in Dharma Shastras.
Dharma Shastra and Dharma Sutras, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And sir, which Puranas gives a description about the inception of the world, like when the world started and how it happened? So which Purana says? 18 Puranas we however have it in Sanskrit only.
Okay.
In Hindi, I could find only 10, not max of it. 8 remaining I could not find. So
You
which
couldn't find
Puranas talk
about
about? Yeah. Which Purana gives talks about talks about the inception of universe, how universe formed and how things were started.
all Puranas talk about this thing, but only thing is we have to correlate one with other. Some details are given in some Puranas, some other details are given in other Puranas. You have to correlate between all the Puranas. Unless you correlate all of them, you don't get the final picture. That's the problem.
So you need to say that we need to read all 18 Puranas now, okay, right?
You have to.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, धन्यवाद sir. शुभ दिन.
Anybody else? Rajalakshmi garu want? Okay, Sabita ji.
Namaste, Mahodaya. Thank you for explaining Puranas. Like Puranas always used to be stories, but the depth it is there so that we can understand this really great. Sir, I have a very basic small question. We have so many gods. We have so many. Okay, as we learn, we understand that they're all manifestations, but because of so many gods, like today's belief, Monday Shiva, Tuesday some other god, is it not creating a sort of confusion? Like, or otherwise, even in Puranas, we have alternatives. It's not this, it's not that. It's not comparing, but in other religions, let's say, there is only one book. They will read that book. Today we have n number of books and so many gods. So that kind of belief for us to concentrate or the faith, are we not confusing everything with so much information so that the basic reason why we should read is getting diverted?
Actually, university having a single god is a very, very bad idea.
Okay.
God in only one form is a very, very bad idea. See, God is omnipotent. He is very, very powerful. If you see God in only one form, it is false. And another thing is, God is spread everywhere. If God is not there in me, it means God is not powerful. So the religions which we are talking about today, they are being described as Pashandas or Mlechas in our scriptures. Even Krishna, Vyasa has predicted that Kali Yuga is coming, so a lot of Mlechamatas will come. They say only one God, only one route. If you don't walk in that route, you will be killed. So blasphemy is a feature of Mlechamatas. So if you don't follow this, you are gone. But for us, having plenty of gods in various forms, in various tattvas, it's an advantage. That's why India or Bharat, it has never invaded any country. It will not abuse any religion. It will not abuse any religion. That is the advantage. But the problem is, we being so secular, we are being attacked each and every day. You see the attacks on the temples. They believe that only one God is there. He cannot exist in any other form. That will make them radical. That will make them terrorism. That is where terrorism starts. A Hindu cannot be a terrorist.
Correct. Okay.
So truth exists in different forms. Ekam sat vipra bahuda vadanti.
People are taking our advantage of our Sarvamanav Sabhatrutvam.
But one advice which I want to give, whether I can give or not, believe that only Sanatana is true, remaining are all false. This is, I am not saying this. Our scriptures are saying this. During Kali Yuga, a lot of Mlechamatas will come. Stay away from them. Don't agree that all are same.
Okay, there is one question. How 11 Rudras came are 11 slokas. Saraswati is daughter and wife also. Is it Kalpa Bheda? So there are two questions actually.
Oh, okay.
How 11 Rudras came.
Okay. So Rudras, Adityas, Vasus, all these 33 types of gods, they are being created through some media. So we also know that Kashyapa is the Rishi. Through him, all these gods are created. Now, when I say Kashyapa, don't imagine as a person like me or you. He is a force of nature. Now, can a human being create gods? Human being cannot create gods. So, how they create? How gods create gods? See, initially Brahma was there. He was single. Then out of him, Saraswati has come out. So, lot of people confuse that because Saraswati has come out of Brahma, he is his daughter. No. He is part of him. If you read Matsya Purana, there is a clarification about this. See, our concept of daughter, son, how does it work? A male person is there, female person is there, they marry, they have mutual consented sex. From them, sons and daughters are formed. How gods reproduce? Brahma doesn't have a wife to create somebody. So Brahma takes out his own force, Shakti, from himself. That is Saraswati. So technically, our Puranas, they describe like Brahma is, Saraswati is Brahma's daughter. No. He is a Shakti who has come out. Now, when you go to Tattva, what is Brahma? Brahma is Veda, Saraswati is Vak. Brahma is knowledge, Saraswati is Vak. So, Brahma Shakti is Saraswati, that is Tattva. Now, our Puranas describe Brahma, Vishnu, all these people as human beings. This is called as anthropomorphism. They will describe these forces of nature as human beings. This is called as anthropomorphism. You will also find this in Bible. You will find this in Quran also. Anthropomorphism. There are some interesting events. In Devi Bhagavata, there is an interesting event where Vishnu is there. With Vishnu, Vishnu has 3 wives. Ganga, Saraswati and Lakshmi are described as wives of Vishnu in Devi Bhagavata. But what we have heard is Vishnu has only Lakshmi. Again here they are described as wives, but actually they are forces of nature. They are forces of nature. From that, universe is being created. The universe is being created. So that's how they are being described. So we should not confuse anthropomorphism, saying that Vishnu is resting on some Shesha Shahi and Lakshmi Devi is there pressing Vishnu's feet. These are all anthropomorphism. For our understanding, they are being described like that. Purana confuses you a lot. That's why this class. You have to understand the tattva.
ఓకే శ్రీనివాస్ గారు.
Sir, namaskaram, sir. Actually, in Bhagavad Gita, it is told by Krishna that ye yadhamam prapadyante tam tadaiva bhajamyaham manuvatmanuvartante manushyaha pardha sarvashaha. So, whoever worships in any form, I will grace them in that form only. So, we were also told that Brahman is only one. He takes so many forms. After all, we are taking so many forms and we are playing so many roles as a son, husband, student, or employee like that. God will take any forms and he can play any roles. That was actually what we were told. This is correct now, sir?
Yes.
And in such case, why Krishna alone is the supreme God?
Because originally he was there. He is the one who created everything.
It is not
There
Brahman.
is a hierarchy system. I will give a wonderful example.
Please.
Prime Minister is there. Then different departments are there. Law, telecom, all that. They have ministers. Under them, there are a lot of secretaries. And then these officers are spread everywhere. Prime Minister makes a decision. He writes a rule, then he passes it on. So Krishna is like that. He is the supreme being. Through his forces, he will run the universe. He has set up the rules. So there is a hierarchy system in Sanatana Dharma. But in Mleccha there is no hierarchy system. For everything, the Supreme God has to come down to do that work. Our
Only
system
God
is not like
cannot
that.
cannot solve the problems all the people because we have so many gods here, all will attend all the problems.
Yes.
At a time.
Sir, in
Thank you, sir.
Bhagavad Krishna explains that I am the form and what the best of all, Vishwarupa Sudarshana Yogam and Vibhuti Yogam, he explains whatever is the best, I am in that. And Sarvadeva Namaskaran Keshavan Pratigachati.
Exactly. So our concept is the one which fits to logic. Even Ambedkar said this. If there is a debate between different religions, Sanatana Dharmam will win. Ambedkar said this.
Okay. Srihari Garu.
Sir, namaste. Sir, just now we came to understand that Sri Krishna is the only supreme God and he is the first person who in the entire universes. So from one God, everything has happened, universes have happened like that we just understood. Sir, in this, in Bharata, Mahabharatam or in this one, Krishna, whether that Krishna, that word or the Bhagavan name, whether he has taken the body form and came to Mahabharata and otherwise he cannot live as Nirvana, he cannot leave the body here and he can live after his Avatara Parisamapti. So that is the body form, whether he has taken or Divya Shariram he has taken. That is one more question, sir. And one more question is, if such is the case, when in the Kurukshetra, he has shown the Vishwarupa Darshanam to Arjuna, whether he has shown all the universes to Arjuna or whether he has shown a limited portion of the universe, because in the Vishwarupa Darshan 11th Adhyaya, he will say, so many things I have seen like that he has told. Whether if such is the case, how it is possible to show say, so many universes in that one, whether such is the case or really Krishna is the name of the God or it is the power? Because if such is the case, sir, I am also the follower of the Vaishnava, Ramanuja follower. So then Vaishnavites are the following the correct way. Is it correct?
Yeah. The name of another name of the God in our Sanatana Dharma is called Ananta. What is Ananta mean? Infinity. So there is a sloka in Krishna where he says that what is the use of the entire knowledge? A small part from me can create universe. That's what Bhagavad Gita says. This is the concept of called infinity. So from Krishna, Mula Prakriti has come out. So a little part of it has come out. Again, from Krishna and Mula Prakriti, Karanodakasai Vishnu has come out. A small part. Imagine.
Sai, you are telling now. What is that?
Karanodakasai.
Shai.
This is not Sai Baba.
Yeah.
This is not Sai Baba. Please, Sai Baba, don't claim if there are any Sai Babas. Excuse me. Yeah. At the most, he must be a guru. Not more than that. He is not a god. So, Karanodakasai Vishnu is the one who has created these billions of universes. Billions of universes which are there, in which we are there, they have come from a small part of Karanodakasai Vishnu. And Karanodakasai Vishnu has come from Mula Prakriti and Krishna. So imagine what is the capacity of original Krishna when he was one person. You cannot imagine. So that is the concept of Sanatana Dharma. Infinity, Ananta. From Ananta, everything has come. So every God has a limit. If you remove infinity from infinity, still the infinity is infinity.
Correct.
So in spite of giving so much of Krishna has created Vishnu, Krishna has created Mula Prakriti, he has created Radha, he has created Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Still, Krishna is infinity. But as you come down the ladder, gods, they have limited power. Gods, they become limited power. They are not infinities anymore. So if some Agni is there, Agni is not infinity. He has limited power. Vayu, he has limited power. So like that, the power decreases from top. So that is question number one. Then again, the Krishna in Mahabharata, which is being told, he is part of that Krishna. He is not the entire Krishna. Entire Krishna cannot come. Because if he come,
But he has
our
taken
earth,
only the name.
it is the tattva. He has taken the name and the tattva a little bit. But
Oh.
if you read Mahabharata or Bhagavata, he says that Arjuna and Krishna are Naranarayana. So a small part of Vishnu, which is originally from Krishna, he has assumed the form of Krishna. So again, he is not human form. Because in the prison, Devaki did not give delivery.
Yeah, Avirbhava.
He has created himself as four-armed Vishnu. Then Vasudeva prays him, then he becomes a small kid. So,
But Avatar Parishamapti, he left the body.
he left a physical body, but that is not his original body. He has left a physical body for people. Because why? Because Krishna in Mahabharata and Bhagavata, as far as possible, he tries to behave like a human only. But wherever he wants to do some magic, he will do. That is the tattva of Krishna. But even then we call Krishna as Sampurna Avatar, Purna Avatar. But when you say Rama, he behaves like a human being always. He never says, I am God. If somebody asks me, he says, I am the son of Dasharatha. He never say I am God. So there is a little bit of difference. But Krishna tries to behave like a human being. That's why in Bhagavata, Narada Maharshi comes to Yudhishthira. He says to him, you are so lucky that Krishna as a human is living in your house. You are so lucky. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
Lakshmi Garu.
Namaskaram, sir. So it is said that, like Atmarpanam, like what do you call, suicide is wrong in our dharma, isn't it? So we see that, in serials we have been shown, or maybe in Ramayana also, that Sri Rama, Lakshmana, even though they are the incarnation of Adiseshu and Vishnu, after they complete their tenure on the earth, they walk into the river slightly, not like a human body leaving this earth. Is it right, or how can we contradict that? Sorry to say this.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that it is suicide. It is not suicide. They are simply going into Sarayu river, and from there they are merging into Vaishnava.
Okay, so that is only the way to end up their incarnation.
See, it has to be dramatic. See, gods or avatars, they don't end like we do.
How we
are humans, we die. Imagine, I should not say this, Rama getting old age, suffering from disease. It cannot happen.
Okay.
So you take example of Krishna also. Somebody puts an arrow in his great toe. Does somebody die when an arrow strikes a great toe? It is only an excuse to end the avatar.
All right. Okay.
Now, you also talk about Narsimha Avatara. How can Narsimha end his avatar? It is not possible. So, according to Puranic literature, Nrsimha is Pradyumna. Now, above Pradyumna, there is Sankarshana, who is Shiva. So, Shiva in the form of Sharaba comes to Narsimha and takes him into him.
Acha, okay.
He takes Narsimha and takes into him. But he promises that the skin of this lion, he will wear it forever.
Okay, Narasimha.
So, avatars cannot end like humans. It has to be dramatic.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Then about this Lord Venkateshwara also, they say no, that he has turned into, in Kali Yuga, he has turned into a stone. Like he was actually an incarnation of God only, no? Vishnu has come down in search of Lakshmi.
Yes.
So Lakshmi is his wife, they say, no?
Yes.
And this, what do you call, Sri Devi and Bhudevi, they say. So how did he turn into, Padmavati Devi? So why did he turn into a stone, and is it possible?
God can do anything. He has the power. But there is an interesting link which I will tell you. Ravana has never abducted the original Sita.
Okay.
It's the Chaya Sita which Ravana abducted.
Yes, it
This
is
is according to
Vedavati.
Puranas.
Yeah, Vedavati, they say.
No. Originally, who is Vedavati? There is an answer to this in Devi Bhagavata. According to Devi Bhagavata, Saraswati curses Lakshmi.
Acha.
They are represented like human beings. They will have anger and all this. Saraswati curses Lakshmi so that Lakshmi is born on earth. So she is born on earth as Vedavati. Now
But
this
it says-
Vedavati, in the next Janma, she is born as Sita.
Sita. Okay.
Now Sita, original Sita is not abducted. The Chaya Sita is being abducted by Ravanasura.
Acha.
So, but where is original Sita? Original Sita is in Agni Loka with Lord Agni.
Okay.
Now, what is the purpose of Agni Pariksha? According to what Ramayana tells, is because Sita was in Lanka for a long time with Ravanasura. That's why Ravana is testing the chasticity of Sita. That is what we believe.
Okay.
But actually, it is not that. It is also that, but the main purpose is to get the original Sita back. So after the war, Chaya Sita is going into Agni, original Sita is coming out.
Acha. Okay.
You understand the logic?
Yeah.
Chaya Sita is going into Agni, original Sita is coming out. So Rama is taking the original Sita back to him.
But again, she was also blamed, isn't it? In spite of this.
I will tell. I am also telling that. So
Okay, sorry.
later on, Uttara Ramayana is there. Uttara Ramayana is part of Ramayana. Somebody says it's Prakshipta, don't believe. According to me, there are at least 15 logics I can tell. Uttara Ramayana is part of Ramayana. So later, this original Sita has gone into earth.
Yes.
So why? Because just now I said, no, Avatara Parasamapti cannot occur like us. They cannot die like ordinary human beings. So something should occur where Sita will terminate her avatara. So she has gone into earth. Now, what happened to that part which has gone into earth? She has come out as Padmavati. The Sita which has gone out into earth has come out as Padmavati.
Okay.
So who is Padmavati? She is nothing but Sita. Now who is Sita? Vedavati. Who is Vedavati? Lakshmi.
Okay.
Now who is Bhudevi? She is a part of Lakshmi again. Now what about the Chaya Sita? Chaya Sita goes and does tapasya and she asks for husband. She is reborn as Draupadi.
Okay.
So the Chaya of Sita has reborn as Draupadi. And she has married 5 Pandavas. All these 5 Pandavas are not 5 persons. They are parts of Indra, which are separated during various purposes. During one time, Gautama Rishi curses Indra. So 2 parts come out. Ashwini Devatalu, they are 2. So 2 parts which are come out of Indra, they are reborn as Nakula Sahadeva.
Nakula and Sahadeva. Okay.
During Vrittasura Samhara, Indra's
Hmm.
part comes out and goes to Vayudeva. That
Hmm.
part comes back as Bhima.
Okay. Mhm.
During another curse, a part of Indra goes to Yamadeva. He is reborn as Yudhishthira.
Okay.
Now, during Mahabharata, half of Indra comes back to earth, comes down to earth as Arjuna. So all Pandavas are part of Indra only.
Mhm.
They are not separate. After Mahabharata, all these 5 people, they go back into Indra, they merge there. So it is all mathematics and tattva, infinity concept.
But again, there is a contradiction that Dharmaraja is the son of not Yamaraja, but it is Dharma Devata, they say. What is that?
No. Yudhishthira is a part of Indra only.
Indra, not Yamaraja.
Not Yamaraja, but it has
Okay.
gone to Yamaraja.
Okay.
See, it is all mathematics. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 5 plus 5 is 10. Again, this 10 comes back.
Oh, being a
It's all
scientist.
energy. It's all mathematics and physics.
Right. Okay.
It makes
Thank
a
you
lot
very
of logic.
Yeah. I
There
know.
is no such logic in any book in the world.
Okay. Like,
Our scriptures stand the testimony of all logics. It is simple mathematics and physics.
Sir, one more question I have.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Then,
He was given Sankarshana, Aniruddha, Pradyumna. Is it the reason why when we do Archana, we tell all the Keshwaya Namaha, Narayana Namaha, and Sankarshana Namaha? That is the reason.
Yes.
And one more thing, even Lord Rama knows that even Agnideva comes before kidnapping of Sita. He will come and takes original Sita into him and produces Chaya Sita in her place.
According to Puranas, yes. According to Ramayana, no. He behaves like a human being only.
Okay.
Okay, now let us go for Pratna and Janaganamana. And after that, any more discussion we may continue. Usharani garu, please chant Pratna.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयक्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्रा पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जना सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति.
Swasti. Now let us go for national anthem. Challa Chittibabu garu.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद जय हिंद।
Okay. Anybody wants to ask any other question? I think one or two questions in.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Chat box is there, sir.
Yeah,
What is the
there are-
difference between Sampurna Avatara and Paripurna Avatara? Because Sampurna Avatara, that I asked, sir. If possible, please explain.
Purna Avatara and Amsha Avatara.
Srinivas garu, who asked this question just now?
Kumaran.
Kumar gara? Please come. I mean, who asked this question?
Correct, sir. Sampurna Avatara and
Paripurna Avatara.
Hello, excuse me, sir. It is Paripurna Avatara and Sampurna Avatara.
Paripurna Avatara and Sampurna Avatara.
Meanwhile, voice break it, sir. The voice.
Right. Okay.
There are only two things. There is Purna Avatara, there is Amsha Avatara. So Parashurama, all these things are Amsha Avataras. No, Purna Avatara is Rama, Krishna and all this. But the behavior is different. Like Purna Avatara, Amsha Avatara. There are only two. As far as my knowledge goes.
Okay. There are two questions in the chat box. Srihari garu, you have already asked the question or you still want to ask? Rama can take Agni Pariksha in Ayodhya itself about the problems arise after going to Ayodhya, or second time he could have done the same.
Oh.
Any dharma sukshma in this?
No. See, the purpose of Agni Pariksha is twofold. One is to test the chastity of Sita in Lanka itself. Second is to get back the original Sita. Now, imagine after 11,000 years, people in Ayodhya are talking about Sita and Rama's character. It is not accidental. It is divine. Rama and Sita should separate there. That's why this has come. It is not man-made. It is divine-made.
Okay.
So there is no need of second Agni Pariksha later on.
Okay, Kumar garu.
Yeah. Namaskaram, Guru garu. మనం నార్మల్గా 2 టర్మ్స్ వింటూ ఉంటాం, ఆదిశేషుడు శేషతల్పము అని. అంటే ఏంటి, క్రియేషన్ వెనకాల క్రియేటర్ ఉన్నాడా, ఆర్ స్టిల్ క్రియేషన్ ఈజ్ కంటిన్యూయింగ్? కొంచెం దాని మీద కైండ్లీ త్రో సమ్ లైట్, సార్. ఐ కుడెంట్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ మై సెల్ఫ్ ప్రాపర్లీ, సో ఐ నీడ్ సమ్ light on it.
So creation, is it happening now also?
But
yes.
Is creator is beyond the creation, existing creation?
Yes. Creator lekunda creation లేదు కదండి.
Okay.
పోతే I will tell about Sankarshana. Sankarshana will always be there with Vasudeva wherever he goes.
I see.
అందుకే if you see Krishna అంటే బలరాముడు ఉంటాడు. If you see Rama అంటే లక్ష్మణుడే ఉంటాడు, ఇంకెవరు ఉండరు.
I see.
సపోర్ట్ అన్నమాట. ప్రాబ్లం వస్తే శక్తి వస్తుంది. When Krishna has been born and Krishna has to be taken out, Amavaru will follow. So they protect the creator. The created ones protect the creator.
Yeah. సో అంటే నా డౌట్ అంటే శేష తల్పము అన్నాం అనుకోండి సార్, నేను ఐఎమ్ టెల్లింగ్ ఇన్ తెలుగు, కైండ్లీ ఎక్స్క్యూజ్ మీ. శేష తల్పము అంటే ఇంకా అంటే క్రియేషన్ వెనకాల ఇంకా బ్యాలెన్స్ ఉంది, అక్కడ ఉన్నాడా క్రియేటర్ అని అర్థం చేసుకోవాలా?
లేదండి, ఎప్పుడు నేను చెప్పింది అదేనండి. ఇప్పుడు లక్ష్మణుడు ఎలాగైతే రాముడికి తోడు ఉంటాడో,
యా,
విష్ణువుకి శేషసాయి అలాగ ఉంటాడు అక్కడ,
ఐ
ఆయనకు
సీ.
సపోర్ట్
ఓకే,
ఇస్తూ ఉంటాడు
వస్తా.
అంతే.
రైట్,
ఎందుకంటే
రైట్.
ఆత్మస్వరూపి అయిన పరమాత్మ మానవలోకంకి రావాలంటే ఇక్కడ శివుడు ఉండాలి ఆయన వెంట.
ఉండాలి.
ఆయన లేకుంటే కుదరదు. అది బలరాముడు రూపంలో ఉన్నాడా, రాముడు రూపంలో ఉన్నాడా, ఎక్కడైనా ఉండాల్సిందే.
నైస్. ఓకే,
ఇప్పుడు విష్ణు కూడా అవతారం తీసుకోవాలంటే శివుడు పర్మిషన్ లేకుండా తీసుకోలేడు.
ఓకే.
విష్ణు అవతారం తీసుకోవాలనుకోండి శివుడు ఉండాలి ఇక్కడ.
ఉండాల్సిందే.
అంతెందుకండి, మహాభారతం అప్పుడు అర్జునుడు నాకు అస్త్రాలు కావాలంటే కృష్ణుడే నువ్వు వెళ్ళి శివుణ్ణి ప్రార్థన చేయని అర్జునుడికి చెప్తున్నాడు.
యా,
ఎందుకు? ఈజ్ ద బాస్.
విధవాన్
భౌతికమైన లోకాలకు శివుడు బాస్ అండి,
బాస్.
ఆయన తక్కువ చేయలేము. ఇస్కాన్ వాళ్ళు కొంచెం తగ్గించి చెప్తారు డెమిగాడ్ డెమిగాడ్, అది తప్పండి,
నైస్.
అది చాలా తప్పు. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు నా ఇంట్లో నేనే బాస్ అయినట్టు ఈ విశ్వంలో శివుడే బాస్.
బాస్.
సో అందుకే కృష్ణుడు ఈ భూమి మీదకి వచ్చినా శివుడిని పూజిస్తాడు, అభిషేకం చేస్తాడు. ఏంటంటే ఈయన సుప్రీం కదా, ఈయన పోయి శివుడికి అభిషేకం చేయడం ఏంటంటే మనకు నేర్పిస్తున్నాడు, నువ్వు కూడా చేయరా, నేనే చేస్తున్నాను, నువ్వు చేస్తే నీకేంటి ప్రాబ్లం. ఈ చిన్న తత్వాన్ని మర్చిపోతాం మనం. అందరూ వేరు, ఆయన వేరు, శివుడు వేరు, విష్ణు వేరు, అమ్మవారు వేరు, అరే అందరూ ఒకటే, తత్వాలు వేరు అంతే.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
పద్మావతి గారు చెప్పండి. అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకుని
చెప్పండి.
గురువు గారు నమస్కారం అండి. సగుణ నిర్గుణ అని చెప్పారు గురువు గారు.
చెప్పండి.
అది కొంచెం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారని అడుగుతున్నానండి ఆ లక్షణాలు.
సగుణ అంటే రూపం ఉన్నది, నిర్గుణ అంటే అంతటా వ్యాపించిన వాడు. మన దేవుడు అనేది అంతటా వ్యాపించి ఉన్నాడు, కణ కణాల్లో. ఈవెన్ అంటారు కదా, పెద్దవాటిలో మరీ పెద్దగా ఉన్నాడు, చిన్న వాటిలో కనిపించినంత చిన్నగా ఉన్నాడు. పురాణాలలో ఉపనిషత్తులలో ఎన్నో శ్లోకాలు ఉన్నాయి. సో యాటంలో ఎలక్ట్రాన్లో కూడా ఆయనే ఉంటాడు. ఈవెన్ ఈ రోజు కూడా సైన్స్ ఏం చెప్తుంది అంటే ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఏంటి, పార్టికలా వేవ్ ఫామ్ మనకు తెలియదు. వేవ్ ఫామ్ అన్నోడికి నోబెల్ ప్రైజ్ వచ్చింది, పార్టికల్ అన్నోడికి నోబెల్ ప్రైజ్ వచ్చింది. అర్థమైందండి? వేవ్ ఫామ్ అన్నోడికి నోబెల్ ప్రైజ్ ఇచ్చారు, పార్టికల్ అన్నోడికి వేవ్ ఫామ్ ఇచ్చారు. సో పరమాత్మ అనేవాడు ఉంటే అన్నిటిలో అన్ని విధాలుగా ఉండగలడు. సో నిరాకారంగా ఉంటాడు, అవసరమైనప్పుడు రూపాన్ని కూడా తీసుకుంటారు. పోతే ఆర్య సమాజ్ వాళ్ళ లాంటి వాళ్ళు ఏమంటారు, రూపం తీసుకోడు అంటారు. ఈ సిద్ధాంతంకి ఆధారం ఏంటంటే మూడు మంత్రాలు, 4 మంత్రాలు. దాన్ని రాంగ్గా ఇంటర్ప్రెట్ చేస్తే నిరాకారం ఉంది, ఆకారం లేదు అని వాదించవచ్చు, వితండవాదం చేయొచ్చు. ఈ 3 మంత్రాలకి సరైన ఇంటర్ప్రెట్ చేస్తే నిరాకారం, పురాణాలు అన్నీ ఫిట్ అయిపోతాయి అన్నమాట. సో ఇంకోటి, దేవుడు రూపం తీసుకోలేడు అంటే ఆయనకు శక్తి లేనట్టు అర్థం అండి. ఎవరన్నా అన్నారనుకోండి దేవుడు రూపం తీసుకోలేడు అని అంటే దేవుడు సర్వశక్తిమంతుడు కాదు. అలాంటి దేవుడిని పక్కన పెట్టవచ్చు, మనకు అవసరం లేదు. అన్ని శక్తులు ఉండాలి. ఎంతవరకు అంటే కలిపురుషుడు కూడా వరమిస్తాడు, ధర్మాన్ని భ్రష్టం చేయని ఆయనే చెప్పాలి. ఒక సైతాన్ రావాల్సిన అవసరం లేదన్నమాట. అది దేవుడి తత్వం.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ఫర్ ఆల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అండ్ ఆన్సర్స్.
ఆ మంత్రాలు ఏంటో చెప్తారండి కొద్దిగా? ఆ 3 మంత్రాలు అన్నారు, ఆ మంత్రాలు.
అది నాతస్య ప్రతిమాస్తి అని శుక్ల యజుర్వేదం నుంచి ఒక మంత్రాన్ని కోట్ చేస్తారు. అక్కడ చెప్పబడింది ప్రతిమ కాదండి. ప్రతిమ అంటే కొలత, ప్రతిమ అంటే మెజర్, అంటే ఆయన తత్వాన్ని తెలుసుకోలేము అని చెప్తోంది మంత్రం అక్కడ. దాన్ని ఐడల్ అని రాంగ్గా ట్రాన్స్లేట్ చేసి అందరినీ తప్పుదారి పట్టిస్తున్నారు. ఇంకోటి వచ్చి శుక్ల యజుర్వేదంలో 40వ అధ్యాయంలో 8, 9, 10 మంత్రాలు, అవి కూడా తప్పుగా ఇంటర్ప్రెట్ చేస్తారు. అక్కడ ఏం చెప్తుందంటే ప్రకృతిని పూజిస్తే నరకం అన్నారు, నెక్స్ట్ పాట మంత్రాల్లోనే హిరణ్య గర్భుని పూజిస్తే కూడా నరకమే అంటారు మంత్రం. అది చెప్పకుండా దాన్ని రాంగ్ ట్రాన్స్లేట్ చేశారు. అంటే దానికి కారణం ఏదో నాకు తెలియదు కానీ ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ రాంగ్ అది. మనం దాన్ని సరిగ్గా అర్థం చేసుకుంటే తర్వాత మంత్రాలు రెండు చెప్తాయన్నమాట. 10-11 మంత్రాలలో నీకు అది ఇది తెలిసి ఉంటేనే లాభం అని చెప్తుంది మంత్రాలు. ప్రకృతిని పూజించొద్దు అని వేదం చెప్తే అది చాలా రాంగ్ అవుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే అగ్ని ఫస్ట్ మంత్రం ఋగ్వేదంలోనే అగ్ని. ఒకవేళ అగ్నిని పూజించొద్దు అని వేదాన్ని చెప్తే అగ్నికి సంబంధించిన మంత్రాలు అన్ని వేదాల నుంచి తీసేయాలి బయటికి. అవన్నీ ప్రక్షిప్తాలు అయిపోతాయి. వాయు మంత్రాలు అన్ని మంత్రాలు ప్రక్షిప్తాలు అయిపోతాయి వేదంలో. అగ్నిని పూజించట్లేదా మనం? అగ్ని ప్రకృతి కాదా? వాయు ప్రకృతి కాదా? సో ఇవన్నీ రాంగ్ ఇంటర్ప్రిటేషన్స్ అన్నమాట.
కవిత గారు మళ్ళీ మాట్లాడతారా?
చిన్న అదే టైప్ చేశాను మహోదయ చాట్ బాక్స్ లో. ఒక చిన్న క్లారిఫికేషన్ మహోదయ, when we say gods are different from humans, then why do they exhibit different emotions of anger, curse and deception? Why do they have rajas guna? It is only when they conquer all this they become gods కదా.
అవునండి. మత్స్య పురాణంలో ఒక మంచి శ్లోకం ఉంటుందండి. ఆ శ్లోకం ఏం చెప్తుందంటే, వాళ్ళు మానవులుగా బిహేవ్ చేస్తున్నారని నీతో పోల్చుకోకు అని అంటుంది. అర్థమైందండి? వాళ్ళు ఎందుకు ఏ పని చేస్తారో దానికి ఒక కారణం ఉంటుంది అని అంటుంది. ఉదాహరణకి చెప్తాను. ఒకవేళ ఇంద్రుడు పోయి అహల్య దగ్గరికి పోయి,
Can you say it in English, please? For others also.
So,
Sorry.
if Indra does something, don't compare him to us. Don't consider them as humans. If Indra doesn't go to Ahalya in the guise of Gautama, and Gautama doesn't curse in Indra, Nakula Sahadeva would not have been born. Mahabharata would not have happened.
Okay.
So,
no, my doubt is, it's not that we are wanting to compare to them, but today we are doing all this, if we say Advaita Vedanta or reading Upanishads, only to elevate ourselves, to conquer all these desires or these emotions, not to exhibit anything. This is already there. Today, the present day people are going for counseling, they say, because they are not able to control their emotions.
Yes.
But already now, if we read this Sanatan Dharma, or if we understand the Tattva Bodha or Bhagavad Gita or anything, it is already written how to conquer them.
Yeah.
We only need to put it into practice.
Exactly.
So we are trying to conquer them.
Yeah.
When we are trying to conquer them, after reading all this, again we are learning that they are exhibiting all kinds of emotions. So
exactly.
What are we understanding from this?
Exactly. So our Upanishad and our literature says that conquer your senses, conquer minds. In fact, they compare a chariot with 5 horses, which are our Indriyas, and the rain is Manasu, all this. So when somebody does wrong, they are also cursed. Now imagine Vishnu is being cursed by Bhrigu Rishi.
Correct.
For something.
Yes.
And what is Vishnu doing? He is not saying that I will not accept your curse. He says, I will accept your curse. I will be born on the earth as human.
Correct.
So, తప్పును తప్పు అని మన గ్రంథాలు చెప్తున్నాయి అన్నమాట. ఒక తప్పు జరిగితే దాన్ని యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయని కూడా చెప్తున్నాయి. ఇఫ్ యూ గో టు బైబుల్, అంటే ఐఎమ్ కంపేరింగ్, బైబుల్లో ఎట్లుంటుందంటే దేవుడు తప్పు చేస్తాడు, అయినా నాది తప్పు కాదని వాదిస్తాడు. సో యూ కంట్రోల్ యువర్ సెన్సెస్ and be like a good person. If something happens bad, you take the responsibility. అని కూడా మన గ్రంథాలు చెప్తున్నాయి అన్నమాట. దాని అర్థం ఏంటంటే మీరు మారండి అని మనకు చెప్తున్నాయి, కానీ అలా చేయమని చెప్పట్లా. If somebody does a mistake, accept it. That is what our Purana says. But in Mlechamakas, this concept is not there. Now imagine, I will tell one example because we are already getting late.
Yes.
In Bible, God is there. He says, you only worship me. If you don't worship me, I will take away your land. I will take away your kingdom. I will see that your wives are taken away by some other person. You will kill and eat your own children. That is what the God says. Can you imagine?
No, that is all very We can't
the
even
God-
fathom
and the
understand.
God says, I am very, very peaceful. He is killing you and he says, I am peaceful. He says, go into villages, burn them, kill them. He says, I am peaceful. So, but our Sanatana says, you control your senses. If something wrong is happening, take ownership. So that is the example which gods are giving us. That's why Indra also takes that curse on himself. But he takes on the curse himself, not because he is weak, because he wants to do something in future. He should be born as Nakula or Sahadeva, because he wants to born as Bhima to do something. He is taking that curse. But he doesn't say that I am right. I have committed a mistake. I will take the onus.
Okay. So accepting is the crux
Exactly.
of the
Exactly.
entire Asmode.
Okay.
I think now question answer session is over. We will